This? No. It's just an audio log. Just a tape recorder. See, I start it and then I type it up later. So you could say I'm an organized cop. My name is Officer Price. Can you tell me your situation? It's okay. I'm here to help you. Tell me anything. Tell me your situation, please. Tell me what you saw. I saw. Well, can you start from the beginning, please? I was driving home, and I stopped my car because I heard police sirens coming my way from front. I decided to pull over and just wait for them to pass. I turned the radio off, and the siren stopped. Then I heard gunshots. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw this thing walk up to me. Walk up to my car, actually. And at this point, I was scared. Really freaked out. Right. Well, can you describe what it looked like? There was black on the top and black on the bottom. Anything else? It looked like there was gray or white on his torso and on his face. Okay. Did he appear to be wearing pants at all? Yeah, look like black slacks. Okay. Is there any? Do you have any clothes on other than the slacks? He had a white hoodie look like. Okay. Do you look like anyone you've ever seen before? Like I mean anyone? No. Okay. Well, can you explain any facial facial features at all? I mean, that you could actually see. He had white eyes. He had a pleasant smile and no nose. Was it no nose, or was it just a bump where it's supposed to be? Like he was burnt? Yeah, I think so. Was his face completely white? Yes. Okay. Hey, you say he had white eyes and a permanent smile, and a little bump where his nose should be, right? Yeah. Okay. A few more questions. Did the man appear to have any kind of weapon in his hand at all? Any kind of weapon at all? A knife? Okay. Could you explain anything about his eyes? Anything else? His eyes didn't seem to have any eyelids. Okay. This should be all for now. Thank you. Victim was brought in, questioned, and released. More subjects will be questioned in 2 weeks. Officer Price, signing off. Says no. Apparently, we have not found out who the man was. nor have we found out where he is now. We have not found out anything else, but we will find out something eventually. Not everything we find is completely vivid or solid. Therefore, we cannot conduct any real evidence. Unfortunately, we have found something that might come to our attention. We have questioned numerous subjects that have been entirely truthful to us, and now we have a solid identity and an identity case. Unfortunately, we do not know who this man is. We did get some very vivid imagery though. We have a sketch done, and we will conduct further research. Whoever this person is, or thing is, we will find him, and we will dispose of him, or bring him into question. If we cannot find him, then it's best just to let him go. Nothing we can do can bring him now, but we will find him, no matter the cost. We have discovered that a lot of people that have had trauma, and we have had a lot of people questioned over the week that I have been on duty. Unfortunately, we could not record any other details. We decided to bring one subject in that I know very well, and we will have more subjects tested at that time. Until then, we will keep on searching, and we will not record any further details that we can actually gather. Until then, this is Officer Price signing off. Recording 2. New subject has been found and will now be questioned. Can you tell me what you saw? Do you know who I am? Yes, you're Officer Price. Okay. Can you tell me what you saw running towards you with a knife? I saw a man. He was about, he was an average height, lanky pale man. He was dressed in a white hoodie, black slacks. I would say he had black hair hanging down past his face, probably singed from a fire or something, maybe burned. His face was burnt, that much I could tell. It looked like his mouth was carved into a smile across his face, and his eyes were burned open, basically. Could he see at all? He could see. Obviously, he starts swinging at us when we started shooting him. Apparently, he did not show any signs of pain. He didn't sound hurt at all. We heard were as he was getting shot. He did not react well to the conversation at all when we brought him into question. He stabbed a police officer while we were observing. Somehow he had fingernails that he could actually cut open people's stomach with. This guy is either incredibly strong or he's just a complete psycho. There's no evidence of what that was, what it could be. There's just no way he was human, no way at all. Could you actually see what he was like? I mean, could you explain him more vividly? Because we have a sketch right here. We can ask you if this is what you saw. Well, you can show me now. Alright. Is that what you saw? Yes, that's exactly what I saw. That's exactly what I saw. Thank you. That's all I need. Subject has been brought in, questioned, and released. No signs of trauma and no signs of mental damage. Officer Price signing off. Take note 2. We have identified the man more than we expected. With Officer Reese, we have now an airtight case, and now we can focus on more important stuff. Unfortunately, the man could not be identified as actually human, but as we can gather, we have not yet found out who exactly he is or what he is. We have just now realized that the man behind these murders that he has been committing all over town is not only human, but also a maniac and must be brought to justice. I will take upon myself to hunt for him at night. Apparently that is when all the attacks happen. Not everything that I can do will prove that he is out there, but I am hoping that whatever I can prove will be good enough for the department. I will take it upon myself to also find out who the heck this guy is and bring him to justice no matter the cost. No matter what happens to me, I will protect my house when I am staying in there. I will also not leave my door unlocked, as I do not, even though I can. But I will hunt for him, and I will see who this crook is, and I will not stop until I find him. Officer Price, signing off. Okay. I got him now. The subject is in the police station. I have found who he is, although I could not get a name out of him. Tomorrow I will go into the chamber and question him myself. I will have security and other officers watching me while I interview him. He claims to be a teenager with a knife, a white hoodie, black slacks, black greasy long hair covering his eyes. His eyes seem to be burnt open, no eyelids, and never able to close. His mouth is ripped into a permanent smile across his face. Well, carved, basically. No nose, but can still smell. A bump where the nose should be has been found. Furthermore, his face is white, particularly burnt. He claims when he was burnt, his hair turned black, but before that, it was brown and long. His name is Jeff. Is what I got so far. His full name is from his birth records says he was Jeffrey Woods or something. Furthermore, I heard some kind of rock music when I found him in a abandoned house. It sounded like hardcore. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but he was in there carving up a body, a corpse. After I called for backup and they got there and they arrested him, took him to the police station, I uh, inspected the body. It seemed to be dead, but still breathing, amazingly. We managed to save the person, and he told us everything that we needed to know. Furthermore, we figured out that this person was his mother. Well, maybe I should have classified as she's a female. I accidentally said he. She told us that her son got released from the hospital the day before this. Apparently, he had some bandages over his face, and they removed him. Apparently, when the other people found him. Unfortunately, this does not follow any conclusion that we have, and not good evidence at all. But I do have a story to tell all of you. I was sitting at my house reading a book when I heard a loud thump at the door. It was so loud that I thought it was going to break. I looked outside and there was no one outside. Gosh, dang birds. I thought, even though the birds never made a bang that loud, I figured it was just some idiot kids playing a prank or something. I didn't bother yelling at them because, well, let's face it, they never learn. And in fact, me being a cop, they would probably just run. So there's no point talking to them. I left the police station and joined the CIA because I thought I couldn't do anything back at the police station. Anyways, I heard someone laughing, just basic laugh, nothing weird. It sounded maniacal, and I'm not sure what happened, but phone rang. I picked it up, and all I heard was a raspy voice, or heavy breathing. I didn't know what it was. I was freaked out at this point. And not only that, he spoke.
Everybody is a book of blood. Wherever we're opened, we're read.
It was unclear what that meant. In fact, I'm not sure what he said. Something about Book of Blood or something. And I was creeped out. I didn't want to be in my house anymore. But then I heard some various creaks and groans coming from my home. I grabbed my knife that my uncle got for me from the army. And it was quite big. And I looked outside my door. It said, "If anyone's in here, you better get the heck out now before I make you. Or worse, kill you." No response. Just silence. I decided just to go back to sleep. In fact, I was asleep at the time, till that, whatever that was, woke me up. But, I don't know. Then I heard a maniacal laugh. Creepy as heck. Like the one a psychopathic killer could have. And then Jeff was staring right at me with his cold, dead eyes and that horrific, disfigured face of his. I was scared. I had my gun. I shot right at his face. Jeff took off into the night. I saw him again. This time it was weeks later. He said, "You will die." But I didn't believe him. I wanted to believe him, but I didn't trust him worth crap. When I heard this, I immediately started shooting. He took off. I hit him not once. I did manage to shatter my glass, though. God. Freaking jerk. I lay back down. And nightmares ended. Thank God that was over. I couldn't stand another second. However, I did manage to get a good look at his face. God, it was freaking scary as heck. Man. I did, unfortunately, discover one thing. Jeff, the one that he goes by now, is Jeff the Killer. I never want to see him again, but I have to. Detective note number 3. Yes, I'm doing a third one. Jeff the Killer was apparently a 15 to 16-year-old kid that got released from the hospital because of the many burns by this one kid. Unfortunately, at a birthday party, this wasn't really much of a setting. We now discovered that Jeff has not only killed his whole family, but apparently he has multiple cases of murder and homicide. We found a dead girl in someone's home in the closet. Not only that, we have also discovered that Jeff's former family, I would say, has been killed by him, but not only that, his brother, mother, and father have been murdered. I don't understand why someone would just kill their family and take off into the night. Unfortunately, we did get him questioned, and he is now in jail. We do not believe he will break out, but it is possible that he will. Unfortunately, we cannot identify anything further. In fact, he does not have much of a criminal record, knowing that he is just a murderer of homicide. Unfortunately, we also discovered one missing person from the police department from the CIA. We have not identified who this person was. In fact, I will not say who it is. We have not found any proof that Jeff is really a homicidal murderer. But he does enjoy blood sacrifice. Not only that, he also enjoys killing his victims in the same brutal way. as he does not know that he is doing this, it is quite possible that he is a psychopathic murderer. He does not know what he's doing, and I pray to God that he will know soon. Jeff the Killer has been known through internet culture for a very long time, almost as long as Slenderman. He has not really been much of a murderer ever since he was a teenager, but his mother did not believe that he killed them at all. He says that she has appeared to him in dreams, but not in real life, as he saw that many years ago. Not only that, his black slacks and white hoodie and long greasy black hair is well known around the internet. Quite so around the deep web and on the surface of the web. Not only that, but we have also found a lot of things missing in the CIA. Not quite as specific as these, but quite specific that we need to identify them as stolen and as very deadly. We need to also instruct everyone to stay away from these, well, IEDs. And not only that, we also need to instruct that everyone leave the perimeter immediately as we give the signal. Not only that, but yet we have found another thing stolen from the police department. It was a gun. We do not know that Jeff actually uses guns, but he might use it for something very bad. We might have to do some more research of Jeff the Killer online to discover what he's actually been doing in his man house. He could be shooting people, he could be bludgeoning them with a gun, he might even be using the bullets for some odd purpose. We will find more. Until then, Officer Price, signing off.